This video is going to be about finding the equation of a line when you're given 2 points on the line. And basically it's going to be a two-step process. First, we're going to find the slope of the line from the 2 points, and then we're going to use that slope to find the equation. So let's get started. Let's say we're given the points -2, 3, and the second point is going to be 8, -2. And we want to find the slope, so we're going to use the slope formula. Remember, the symbol used for slope is m, and the formula is m equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. And I guess I'll call this x sub 1 and y sub 1. And for this pair, we'll make these x sub 2 and y sub 2. So now all I want to do is take my y sub 2, that's going to be a -2, minus y sub 1, which is 3. And for my denominator, my x sub 2 is 8, minus -2. And so let's see what that equals. Well, -2 minus 3 is -5. And 8 minus -2, minus the negative is plus, so that's 8 plus 2 is 10. And I can simplify this fraction. I've got -5/10. I can simplify that by dividing the numerator and the denominator by 5. And that will give me -1/2. So my slope is -1/2. Now that I've got the slope, let's see what we can do. So here we are. We've got the slope is -1/2. And just to remind us, we've got these 2 points, -2, 3, and 8, 8, -2. Well, since I have the slope and have a point, I could take my y equals mx plus b form. I could put the slope in where the m is. So y equals -1/2 x plus b. And then I could find the b by substituting either this xy pair or this xy pair. So, I don't know, let's use the first one. So this is an x and this is a y. So I'll take the y, put that where the y is, minus 1/2, and I want that times this x, which is -2, plus b, and I should be able to solve this and get b. So I've got 3 equals, let's see, -1/2 times -2, so I know that's going to be positive. And 1/2 times 2, well, 1/2 of 2 is just 1, plus b. Subtract 1 from both sides. And I'm going to get 2 equals b. So now that I know that b is 2, I can write my finished equation. Y equals my slope, which was -1/2, times x plus 2. So that should be my equation. And actually I can check this. So let's take this equation and plug in the other point. Remember, the other point was 8, -2. And if this equation is right, then 8, -2 should be an ordered pair which satisfies this equation. So let's see. Well, for y, I'm going to put in -2 equals 1/2. For the x, I'll put in an 8, plus 2. -2 equals -1/2 times 8. Well, 1/2 of 8 is 4, so that's -4, plus 2. I get a -2 equals -4 plus 2 is -2. So this equation actually checks. Okay, so that's one way to do this. There's another way using the point-slope form of the equation, and I'll do that in a second video. Okay, take care. I'll see you next time.